Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of the Mark Thru. Glad you could join us amidst the chaos of the world due to coronavirus, COVID-19, all the shelter-in-place orders, the lockdowns, quarantines. So this is our QuaranTEN episode 10 for the Mark Thru. Talking about all the ups and downs so far that we've seen from the kind of second half of March through to towards the end of April. And then kind of what that means going forward, how people are dealing with everything, and some fun things that, we have to pass our time and to give you guys a little bit of entertainment. Before we unpack this episode, I want to give love to the episode 10 sponsor, Beast Cheer. Beast Cheer is run and operated by our friend DQ. It's elite athletic strength training. So for DQ and his work with Beast Cheer, they're developing cheer athletes. So strength training, workouts, meal plans, things like that to really help athletes take their cheerleading to the next level. Of course, with the coronavirus, gyms are closed, teams can't function, so a lot of that's limited. So to help athletes continue growing, to continue to better themselves, DQ has created some social distancing workout plans that he's posted on his Instagram. So if you guys want to go follow Beast Cheer and go check out those workouts, he's been posting those a couple times a week so that you guys can benefit as athletes. So coaches, if you're listening, this is a great reference to pass along to your kids. Athletes, if you're listening, it's a great resource for you in terms of growing your skills during this downtime. Beast Cheer, thank you for sponsoring episode 10. We're excited for you guys to listen. We're excited for you guys to enjoy. Thank you again for subscribing and telling your friends all about the Mark Thru. Quarantine time. Music song.
You ready for this? Who live is us? Who lit is this? Who real is us? We too legit. We are M-A-R-K-T-H-R-U. Mark Thru Podcast. Listen and learn. Watch and observe. Challenging us. They got some nerve. We great. You mad? Don't hate. Get to it. Don't wait. We do not hesitate. We doing what it takes. What we do. Mark Thru.
All right. Episode 10. What are we calling it?
Episode QuaranTEN.
QuaranTEN. We are quarantined. We are on day 39.
I check every morning when I get up.
39 of quarantine. Here we go, world. Back to our couch we go to check our same 3 apps.
I forgot to charge my phone or plug in my phone before bed last night, so I woke up and I was like, let me check my 3 apps, and then my phone died. I was like, oh shoot.
Sad.
Yeah.
It's gonna be okay. You'll be able to check those apps later once your phone charges.
I'm not worried. Isn't it interesting though, towards the end of this, like I feel like I'm not checking Instagram anymore, or like I'm not checking Facebook anymore. Like I'm just doing other things. Yeah,
because at first it was like, oh, we have extra time, so just extra time to scroll, and now it's like, let's do something, anything.
I know.
We're like painting the basement.
We both have paint all over ourselves. Yeah. I did, before this turned on, you had to scratch some off my face. It's everywhere, but the house looks great. Like all the trim and...
Getting all our projects done.
Yeah, it was good.
But yeah, so the coronavirus swept in to America and into the cheer world really in March was when it kind of hit both simultaneous. We got hit hard, businesses were hit hard, friends that we know were hit hard, and meaning hit hard in a variety of ways, layoffs, furlough, with just the whole health stuff, with social distancing. A lot of plans were canceled. I know a wedding you were supposed to be in just a few weeks was canceled yesterday, which is so sad. Obviously, they're still getting married, but not the celebration that was supposed to occur. And so that's this, the sad part.
It is sad because I know, so this is one of my teammates from Wichita State, and I just got my bridesmaid's dress fitted, and I was ready to go, and it was just really sad to see her make a formal announcement of like, we're canceling our wedding, because when we became best friends in college, I did not imagine this. like this happening.
This
so it
happening
just
in your late
sucks.
20s type of thing.
Yeah, like I wanted to have a huge party with her. Like she's got a party with all of our other best friends at our weddings. And I know it's not about the party, it's about the wedding, but like you also, when you think about
the celebration.
Totally what I was gonna say next was the celebration part of it. So like we don't even get to do that.
But not only just events for the summer being canceled. I mean, March was crazy for the cheer world with UCA. All-Star was kind of at the forefront of this. Fortunately for us, NHSCC, High School Nationals got through fine.
I'm so grateful for that.
NCAA Dallas and All-Star Nationals down there.
And imagine NCAA Dallas. You know how packed that place is? I would not want to be responsible for that, like, at all.
Well, yeah, so that's why, the responsibility part is UCA had to kind of cut it short. They made it a one-day, limited audiences. They were, following the start of those social distancing procedures. But
I felt like they handled that really well, or at least the best they could.
They did, yeah. They were getting slack from every angle, but it's
no kidding. What are you supposed to do? This has never happened in our lifetime.
Exactly. I mean, there's contracts. There's different things that like they can't just say this is the decision we're making, because somebody could legally come at them for canceling something else. Somebody could legally come at them for not canceling. So they're just towing a crazy line. So I agree. I would not want to have been those people making those decisions about the event, because then the next week they did cancel ICU Worlds. Both Worlds and the summits were postponed. That's bringing its kind of own chaos back into cheer, because some people...
Is everything still postponed as far as those events?
Just those 3 events are postponed. NCAA College got canceled and ICU Worlds got canceled. But, those... NCAA College is kind of an eligibility thing.
Yeah.
Whereas with Worlds and Summits, obviously eligibility is tied to it, but you can do All-Star for forever. So...
Totally.
So
I mean, you can be 30 and be doing All-Star.
And then ICU Worlds, that's the international competition. That has happened every year since, 2009, 2010. I've always thought it'd be interesting if it was on an every other year type thing, give teams time to train long term rather than...
But for international, if that's their only competition...
Exactly. And so the sport has to evolve a little bit further with competitions elsewhere in the world internationally. But... Pan American Games, Goodwill Games, those Olympic Games, those are all not always every single year. Yeah. So maybe this is a new trend. Why does, every country's team have to pay, $30,000 and bring their team to Florida, to Disney? Also, will we ever see it in a different country? Probably not after this, because the contracts and stuff will probably be a lot more tightened up.
Wouldn't that be cool to see it change, like, from country to country? Like, I know it's going to happen here. We have Disney contracts, and we have, like, it just makes sense to have it in America, because they piggyback it off of the other event. But that would be kind of neat to see a rotation, amazing. Just like the Olympics is. But maybe it stays like this because we're not going to do that until we are an official Olympic sport.
Yeah, but even if cheerleading becomes an Olympic sport, the ICU Worlds will still happen.
Oh, weird.
So that's something that's kind of like tricky, because like you have...
Do you think that would end up being like a...
But so, like, think about gymnastics.
Regional?
Think about gymnastics. You have, like, your U.S. invites, and you have other competitions that are international. Obviously, everyone works towards the Olympics because it's the most prestigious in terms of media and, social acclaim. Mm-hmm. But when it comes to, they still have to have competitions all the time. So there's still yearly international competition. So that would exist if cheer goes in the Olympics. But yes, I would love to see.
Sure. Okay. I see.
It go to where we go down to Brazil or Chile, or it's in London.
Get us that media pass, the Mark Thru.
But that's the thing is, we could, if this turns into something substantial by the time we get to that point, we could totally do that.
Yeah,
and
awesome.
That would be amazing to go on site.
Throw the baby in the bag.
Right now, there's too much red tape in terms of who gets to do the competitions because of the ownership controls, and who gets to do some of the media and stuff. It's not necessarily a broader public event. So that will all be interesting to see evolve as well.
Cool. Yeah, absolutely.
Obviously, we're all kind of just holding on, waiting for cheerleading to get back, but the idea of cheerleading in 5-10 years being bigger, greater, more mainstream. I mean, we saw it with, gonna bring it up on the podcast, in Cheer Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
The appeal for cheerleading in the mainstream, competitive cheerleading with cheer athletes pushing themselves, being themselves. There was no holding back. Ladarius and Jerry could be themselves. Lexi is her. Morgan and Gabby are themselves. It was cheerleading as mainstream as it could be while still being cheerleading. And the world responded so positively. So why can't it continue?
I know, absolutely. And I want more Cheer Netflix. Because I just loved the respect the sport got. And I don't like the flack it got from the inner cheer community of certain dialogues about it. If everybody could just pull themselves away and just take a step back, can you not watch it and appreciate what it did for your sport? Because I absolutely do. You have to look past all of that and you have to appreciate it for what it was, because there is nothing like that right now.
Yeah.
And so I just am excited for more of that.
Yes, exactly. And so I think that was the biggest bummer of NCAA college being canceled. It was the most anticipated that event has ever been.
Yeah.
I mean, there was times where OSU was trying to repeat, or Louisville was going for repeats, or even Navarro or SFA, longtime HPU.
Yeah.
There's been some big years at Daytona, but this was the most anticipated ever, strictly because there were more people watching.
More people outside of cheerleading were actually like, wait, does this air on ESPN Live type of a thing?
Totally. But even the people in the sport, like all the all-star kids, they were into it. They weren't going to watch Daytona before. Now they were going to watch
That's
Daytona.
fair.
They wanted to see Morgan and Gabby and Ladarius out
I
there.
wanted to see Morgan.
I wanted to see I wanted to see how they did. I think a lot of people were encapsulated by the idea of the Trinity versus Navarro battle, and seeing, where that come to. What I think is interesting is that if you look closely at the stuff Monica has been doing lately with the cheer chat that they did with some of the kids on the team, that was all very highly produced. And so I was wondering who was kind of running that. And then I realized it was Netflix, because on their show they brought in their friend Ben Platt from Pitch Perfect.
Right.
And I was like, oh, they met him in LA or whatever, great. And then a week later, guess who has a Netflix special? Ben Platt. Yeah. So a little bit of some sneaky promotional stuff going on there.
Not sneaky, smart.
I would say sneaky, because they're not being forthcoming with how those relationships exist.
I think it's smart.
And what the cheer chat is.
Yeah.
I'm a believer in transparency with
I
promotion.
also love Navarro's font that they're putting on everything. Like, you're very big into branding Douglas County in a certain light, and it's made me watch other programs and how, most schools have a font. KU has a classic font. Wichita State is starting to have their own font, but universities and schools that don't have a certain font, it's starting to bother me, and I blame you for that, because I would have normally never noticed that, but I keep staring at your shirt because that is such a good looking design.
Yeah, because that's the Minnesota logo.
Yes.
And so just looking at that, it's got the serifs.
Here, show the screen.
So it's got the serifs, which are the hats and feet on letters for those who aren't trained in fonts.
I've learned that from Scott.
If a font is called sans serif, it's usually missing those, and it's just upright. So they continued of that. I don't believe that that's the exact same font, but they followed in that block set with the serifs, so that they could match
it looks good.
The logo, and that's their brand.
I'm listening to you talk, but I just keep catching myself staring at it because it is such a clever design. But anyways, anytime when we were watching Cheer Chat on YouTube, I just love that they're using cheer and they're staggering the letters just like they do with Navarro, or Monica says Navarro.
Highly produced.
Yes, so I just appreciate a good font.
Glad you're there with me.
Yeah, I know.
You used to just be of the mind, just pick a font. It doesn't matter. And I'd be like,
I don't know her anymore.
Yeah,
I don't know her.
We don't know her. Also, a result of coronavirus on the cheer world, is it's been tryout season. So college tryouts typically start, or college clinics for tryouts start in that March time and go into April, where tryouts really kind of launch early April, mid-April. And then high school tryouts typically are that March, April, sometimes into May, but usually that later April. I think everybody was kind of pushing him back with announcements of delays in schools and spring breaks being extended. So
that was the craziest part, was like we all went on spring break and we were just like, all right, you're never going back.
Yeah, till the fall.
That's weird.
So a lot of people were switching over to virtual tryouts, especially on the college side. They have events and functions in the summer, photo shoots, things they have to plan for, video shoots. So I understand them needing to get going. We've seen countless teams doing virtual tryouts. I think a lot of people are struggling because we've been in that transitional phase for college cheer of people leaving tryouts as something in the past. They are treating it like a college sport where they're recruiting, they're signing the athletes they want to be on their team.
Yep.
They're not re-signing the returners that they don't want anymore on their team. And then, some people now, I guess, are kind of stuck with being in that needing an open tryout phase.
And I guess it kind of depends because like the University of West Georgia, they signed the kids they wanted and then they allowed everybody else to submit videos. That's how I would have done it, because they were allowed to have like a few clinics so they could see kind of the incoming talent. They could probably see who had already got accepted into the school. So I love that they did that. That's totally what I would do. But then we have other friends who just took over brand new programs, so they didn't get clinics, or maybe they had clinics and they got canceled because of the coronavirus. Yeah. So I feel for them, I guess, because like you didn't get a chance to really have these one-on-ones. You can have Zoom interviews, and I understand
but you
that.
Can't see how they're coached and how
Totally.
coachable
You can't be
they
like, hey, will
are.
you go under that and try that with this top girl and just see how they do with like being told to change or being told to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. They missed out on that.
They did. So I hope that these coaches still get the teams that they want or wanted. And I hope that they still have successful years.
Yeah.
But I hope this is a permanent change. I hope that moving forward, a lot of coaches just sign the kids they want.
See, I don't think that many did that. I think more people did virtual tryouts than did the signing.
Maybe I just think a lot of people did that because that's absolutely what I would do.
Exactly. That's what people should do. But for some reason, everyone is stuck in this idea of it needs to be a fair tryout. Like, the college coach isn't a professional who understands cheerleading
or your sport
or
in
athletes,
general.
So
and like other coaches in other sports get to do that. They get to recruit, they get to sign the kids they want in like a whole year in advance, like the fall before the fall they come to school. So it's just crazy that we all wait until April, May.
Yeah, kids are like, oh, I think it's time to do privates. I'm ready. I got to get ready for tryouts. You should have done that 2 years ago.
Absolutely.
And gotten yourself seen by that coach. And then that coach should have said, yes, sophomore, or yes, junior athlete, we want you to be on our team in 2 years.
Yes.
And if you keep on the same path, you'll be there. If you do not, we will resend our offer.
Yep. I was trying to find my tweets from earlier from the TikTok that was like about Dwight Schrute. Something else that came up while we've just been Zooming with all of our friends every night because...
Or as a result of the tryouts.
Yes. A lot of our college coaching friends are having to deal with a lot of parents.
Yeah, a lot
which
more
normally they don't have to. Normally a parent or two will reach out to the college coach. And I think in those first couple meetings, they're like, listen, this isn't high school anymore. I will talk to your adult child that is 18 or up, and they can handle themselves, mom and dad. But for whatever reason with this virtual tryout process, I am a little confused why we've heard from so many friends that they're having so many more parents reach out and be like, why didn't I make the team? I think that's an okay question from the athlete, but it has to be in a respectable way. Like, why didn't I make the team? Where can I improve? I'm going to work on this until next year. But it's almost been very like, I saw this girl's tryout tape. Here's my tryout tape. Why did she make it and I didn't? Type of a, ugh.
Well, and I'm like, if you're complaining about this, you have the choice to not do a tryout. And you might say, oh, my admin wants me to do a tryout, but you need to stand up for your sport, our sport, a little bit stronger if that's the case, because you're not going to have this. If you say this is our team and you just announce it on May 1st because you've worked on signing them over the past 6 months, 9 months, 2 years, you don't have parents going, well, why didn't you sign my kid?
Right.
And I would say, my reply as a coach would be, who is your kid then?
Who are you?
Yeah.
One, get out of my inbox.
Because there's not an official, well, candidate number 7 versus candidate number 12. It's a headache.
I have to like applaud Michael Brewster at Dodge City Community College. He just came in from Blinn College and he emailed us in January. He said, I just moved to Kansas. I'm taking over this program. When can I come to a practice? I saw you made finals at state and I'd love to see your team. So I was like, who's this guy? And awesome, but who is this guy? And for him to just come in, he watched one practice. He didn't disrupt our kids at all because obviously we were training for nationals at that point, and I was even a little uneasy about letting somebody into practice.
For sure.
But he comes in, he just watches quietly. At the end of practice, he just told the girls a little bit about himself and that he was interested in the 2 girls that he wanted to recruit. He followed up with us the next day and said, here's my 2 offers for your girls. May I have their emails? And he offered them a lot of money. I want more coaches to do that. He is doing it right. He's doing it right. Now, I don't know, a lot of coaches don't have the budget to do this kind of thing. They can't recruit like this guy is, but I cannot wait to see what he does in the state of Kansas, recruiting kids from Texas and Colorado. So
Oklahoma.
I just wanted to applaud him because I feel like he is just doing it right, and I love it.
Correct. Coronavirus. Okay, so how we're all coping with the coronavirus. Actually, it's more of how we're all coping with being in shutdown world, quarantine,
not
shelter
just
in
here.
place, just not being able to do anything really.
You can't even order stuff on Amazon because we're all used to that 2-day shipping and we're like, oh, we'll just order stuff from Amazon to do. Nope, it's going to be 3 weeks to a month.
It's not essential. They're not going to send it.
Right.
Yeah, so we've seen a lot of kind of different things happening specifically online, because that's been a huge boost in just the virtual digital world. Is everything's there. So companies that weren't there, companies that previously kind of resisted being online or putting their stuff online, are now playing catch up, and people that already are excelling. And
oh my gosh, that image you tweeted the other day of the little office people being like, we don't need to spend our budget on digital marketing right now.
Yet.
We'll be okay. Yeah, yet. And then you see this wrecking ball of COVID-19. And obviously that's pertinent to your job, but that's just pertinent to the whole world right now.
Totally. Well, if you were a
digitally
restaurant,
marketing yourself, your team, your job, just those things. It's so fascinating.
Yeah, if you're a restaurant and you resisted doing a Grubhub or partnering with Uber Eats, or because that requires from a restaurant end some setup in terms of organization of receiving the orders through an iPad or into the system or whatever way that you're connecting it. Those have to come in. They have to be processed by a person on the team, whether it's wait staff or kitchen staff. Are you going in the back door for pickup? Is it the front door? Do you go to the bar?
Right.
All of that, people resisted, and then they had to immediately turn over. So, if you were somebody who owns one of those platforms, like Zoom, their stock through the roof.
Wow.
TikTok, people have been signing up like crazy. I know
We're
I've
on
seen
TikTok every night. We're on Zoom
Don't
every
admit that.
night. I'm sure they're doing so well.
Oh yes. So outside of those things, how people are coping. So we saw kind of like the right away. I think it was a little bit due to tryouts having to be pushed, canceled, but the Big Ten and their clinics being canceled. But the Big Ten spirit teams kind of put together a schedule and really started just sharing fight songs and traditions and sharing spirit on Instagram Live from their accounts. That was
loved it.
It was
I
awesome.
loved it so much. At first, I was kind of like, what are you guys doing? And then I took that away instantly. I was like, no, they're doing something. Like their kids are bored. Kids are wanting to try out still. They're teaching traditions. They're teaching things that you may need for tryouts. So after watching it and stuff, I was like, that is such a cool idea. We're stealing it.
Correct. So we messaged all our league coaches and we were like, let's do the same like the Big Ten did, and just for our area, our schools, our communities, get principals and athletic directors involved, and so that worked to some success for our league with our 10 other teams,
right.
And just kind of sharing it over the last couple of weeks. So that was awesome.
And I like that we shared it as like bright, sunny, clouds, happy, bring the community together, share spirit. I loved it. It probably. Every day we had about up to 50 people logging on and watching. Mm-hmm. That's fantastic if you ask me. So I thought it was great. And thank you, Big Ten, for the idea.
Yeah, for the inspiration.
That was totally inspiring.
Yeah. And then we've seen a sharing of literally everything on Instagram.
Okay, so, I'm done.
Cheer coaches were obviously a little bit bored. Cheer athletes were a little bit bored.
A little bit.
A lot of it. We had cheer bingo. We had see a uniform, send a uniform, stunt fail, see a stretch, send a stretch, see a senior, send a senior, with fulls, your favorite moments.
Spin, tick, invert, all the things.
There were days where I wouldn't log into our team account and I would be like, why do we have 11 messages? And
we got tagged all across.
I can't see anything.
Yeah.
Because there was past 24 hours, so I have no idea some of the things we were tagged in. That's been fun to see and watch, but I mean, if an Instagram story has more than 5 of those little blocks at the top, I'm swiping next.
I am too.
I don't want to sit and watch.
Is that a PSA we need to send to people? It is not. If I'm on Instagram and I just want to watch stories because I am mindlessly scrolling before bed, if I see you have more than 5...
So tiny little dots instead of lines?
Absolutely not. I'm done. I might even mute you for a little bit because I don't need that in my life right now. That is a lot and you need to get off your phone. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry if I'm insulting any of you coaches, but that is too much.
But you shouldn't take it as an insult. And, sometimes you do have to overshare.
Constructive criticism.
Sometimes you do have to overshare and, for an event or coverage of things to broadcast. But if you're reposting a bunch of stuff or reposting the same thing, do it with some, sensibility in terms of moderation.
You can't just overload people with content. No one's going to look at your content after that.
Well, but it's the user experience. Nobody wants to be drowning. So coaches, easy.
Yeah.
Easy on that repost.
And don't share a post of your repost of their repost of your repost.
Yes.
I see those all the time.
Don't do it.
Repost. That's entirely too much.
So talking about TikTok, we saw, I have an old viral post up of us having fun, but for some reason it's still being circulated on the For You page. They don't put the date on For You posts.
I didn't know that. I think you told me that the other day and I had no idea that they didn't do that.
You could see a For You post that could be 2 months old, which if you see mine, that's what it is. But that's why I logged in. I was 100 new followers. I was I haven't posted anything. A lot of people signing up, but a lot of cool, kind of fun challenges and creative stuff happening. So we saw some uniform passing.
Those were cute.
Palm passing, whether they're tumbling or they're just getting ready to be in their cheer uniform, hair and makeup. I thought that one was so cute, passing the makeup brush.
Oh, those were cute.
We could never get our girls to do it.
Oh my god, no. We could just a bunch of dudes.
No, they'd just be so sad. They're I'm not going to get ready to not do cheer.
First of all, if they still had their uniforms, they had to turn in all their uniforms.
Also that.
But if they still had their uniforms, I think they would be Coach.
Yeah, we're not putting it on.
I can't put it on right now.
USF cheer, one of their girls did something really fun. She kind of showed off all of her team uniforms in one TikTok.
I love that.
And then our good buddy Blake, he discovered the dancing element of TikTok.
I love those.
And he is on a roll. He is a dancing fiend. His significant other has booted him to the garage.
I noticed that. So I saw Blake has been doing, like, if anybody knows Blake, they know that his house is top notch. It constantly looks like a magazine anytime you're in their home. So I loved watching his TikToks. What I also thought was maybe Blake just needed more arm swinging, jumping, like just more room.
Yeah, I think that was it. I think a little bit, it was an annoyance just practicing the dance moves, but I think spatially, just way easier.
I just thought that was funny
for him to say, "Get out there, go do it out there." But Blake, you're killing it.
I've learned a couple. I refuse to post anything on TikTok, but I have learned a couple. They're so fun.
In addition to things digitally, obviously people are trying to stay sane, so they're going on a lot of walks when the weather's nice. We've been fortunate. We've only had a couple of days of spring snow here in Colorado, but a cool, I guess, trend has popped up for all the families and kids taking walks is bear hunts.
Yeah, going on a bear hunt.
You were telling me about that the other day.
Yeah, I was on Facebook and I saw some moms say, me and my kids went on a bear hunt today. It was awesome. Thank you for everybody in the neighborhood for participating. And I was like, what the heck does that mean? Well, we went on a walk that day and we saw so many stuffed animal bears sitting in windows or sitting on roofs, or maybe
front
like
doors.
posters, front doors, like posters of bears. So I think it was really cute. It looks like they were walking around their neighborhoods. Maybe their littlest one had a notepad and was keeping track. It was so cute. So yeah, going on bear hunts in the neighborhood with your kids, getting outside and
just very wholesome. It's
very sweet,
very community minded.
I love it.
I wonder if my mom did it. I know she's got countless stuffed animals at home. And then the last thing, this kind of just came up today. I know I was frustrated the other day. I wanted to watch old videos of myself and my teammates cheering, and Flow Cheer and Varsity TV don't have anything up from before 2016.
Which I would totally be capitalizing on that right now.
Well, all those routine videos, they have them all the way back to 2008.
Yeah.
I used to scroll through them. I used to be the proprietor of those. So why are people that pay a subscription missing out on those?
Totally.
I tweeted at them. They asked what I was trying to watch, and I told them that I was trying to watch a decade-old video, which they had, and I did not hear back.
I was going to ask if you heard anything back from that.
Slightly upsetting, but life goes on, so I'm not going to hold it against them. But thinking back to right before college nationals, I wanted to get a clip to share with my teammates, some of my crew, and I couldn't find them then. So I sent an email asking if they ever had plans to put up the old stuff, those archives, and I never heard back.
They need to put those up.
Yeah, it's frustrating.
That's so cool to look back on. Why isn't it online?
And then the other thing that we're, I think, missing out on, I was talking to Brian, the coach at UWG,
oh, sure,
about why the old shows aren't playing. So on the separate side, so what I was talking about before was the routine videos, and this is the shows, the ESPN shows,
the full ESPN shows,
the CBS shows. So there's countless of them: Worlds, NCAA, UCA, high school, college. There's countless years, like years on years on years. And I know some of that is tangled up in some legal red tape with ownership from ESPN and ownership from CBS, as well as there's some sponsorship legality. And then as well, if Varsity wants to put them out there, they have to buy that airtime. It's not just ESPN saying, give us your show. So it's obviously there's 1,000 questions, but why not put it out there in some way?
I have a question.
Yes.
So you've spewed all of that information. Why can't the people from sponsorships work on that right now? And why can't ESPN and Varsity talk about what that looks like right now? I do feel like we all have a lot of downtime.
The why. So to answer your question, if you pull up an old one from 2002 high school nationals, one of the sponsors could be like Claire's at the mall, like the little gift shop. Claire's isn't paying Varsity any money right now, so they would have to reinitiate that contract.
Just to release a show?
Because Claire's paid for, I mean, this is all hypothetical, that sponsor paid for that show to exist.
Yeah.
So if they're included in that show, it can't be cut.
So is that why
permission.
we can't watch all these old shows on ESPN right now?
I believe so, yeah.
Oh, that's so...
Because a lot
I
of
hate
it's
money.
tied
It's all
into
money.
it's all tied into the money to how, because ESPN charges a lot for airtime.
That's so frustrating. That actually just makes me mad because I would love nothing more than to sit here with my iced coffee and just watch old ESPN cheerleading shows all day.
And so if they could maybe work out a deal to resolve those contracts, to remove the sponsorship title cards and things,
That'd
obviously
be cool.
that has to have a discussion.
Yeah.
But these have been on since the College Nationals was at SeaWorld, when TBS was helping start ESPN and got UCA to get cheerleading on there. I've heard the story from Jeff about when they started. There's now nearly 40 years worth of TV shows, and we haven't had a lick
And
of
like
footage
that
from
would
them.
be great for ESPN to be airing right now.
But the point of all of this is that ESPN is airing stuff this weekend. Is they're adding...
You're like putting me in a bad mood.
I know, right? I wasn't trying to fire us up.
Yeah, well, you are. Go ahead.
So what ESPN is doing, though, to kind of work on this, obviously ESPN is lacking in content, and this is fresh, recent stuff. So they have a plan for 24 hours of the shows on ESPNU. So it's all the UCA and UDA shows from 2020
Great.
so far. So I think that's this coming weekend. So that's going to be cool to see. But yeah, definitely when you see, I saw that announcement and brought back the question of where is the old stuff.
Yeah.
I'm going to be excited to watch this year's college events, this year's high school events. There's several shows for each. So I will watch those again, just like I watched them the first time and the second time they aired. But it just begs the question of, like, I would love to see 2009 College Nationals, because
I'd love to watch 2011.
I was in that.
Yeah.
I was on ESPN then, but that was, 11 years ago, so
Right.
who knows what that show even looks like. Yeah, so excited to watch that this weekend, though, just a whole 24-hour cheer marathon.
Yeah.
Which will be cool.
That's great. I'm excited for that.
So what does cheerleading look like ahead? Really the kind of only cemented things are kind of long-term with fall events, competitions beginning. None of those have been pushed. Worlds and summits have been postponed. They're aiming for like late summer, early fall. But that'll be tricky because so many gyms have just said, we're ending this season. We're going to focus on next.
I almost am thinking those will be canceled.
Probably should.
Because if I was a gym owner, they have tryouts for the next season like at the end of May, don't they? So
Summer,
like
yeah.
if it was me, I'd probably just call it a wrap. Like, I'm sorry to all the kids that like you feel like you worked all year round to get to this point, and that's not fair for anyone. But I say it's a wrap.
And, maybe this is time for cheer to kind of evolve itself and shorten the season, especially All-Star, which does go from summer tryouts all the way
Yeah, it goes from May to May.
to the start of May. And it's like, do athletes need that? Do they need to be in your gym that whole time? All-Star gym owners will say, yes, absolutely.
It's a business.
But
I
it's
understand that.
tuition-based.
But let's talk about the well-being of athletes. So many kids are getting to heal right now and just lay at home, do nothing, and they get to heal. They're going to come back out of shape, obviously, but they're going to come back ready to come back.
Healthy.
Like, not healthy. Thank you.
Well, think how many people or how many kids are using this, not even realizing, to not get burnt out.
Oh, yeah.
Like, think how many all-star businesses are keeping athletes through this because they're not having one extra season to burn them out. They're one extra spring of, jam-packed practices and
It's
crossovers.
It's good perspective to be like, oh, I have cheer. Oh, I have cheer. Oh, I have cheer. And now with this happening to these kids, they get to have cheer. Yeah. Absolutely.
On the school side, well, I guess on both sides, I think every state is just kind of waiting on approval from their governor or health associations to say, you know, sports gyms can be open, schools can be open, you know, facilities can be open, or whatever that looks like if we're going to go the phase route and evolve things with social distancing. We're not getting political here, so we're not going to put our opinions on it, but I think, you know, that plan going forward will definitely have to evolve kind of what we do. High school camps are probably out. It's because most of them are June.
They're out as far as the traditional sense of what camp looks like. I know that there's probably some things being worked on as far as commuter camps, smaller home camps, things like that. But that's only if the schools can even open.
Yeah,
so I know
if teams can function. Yeah, so summer really is kind of just up in the air. I think it's going to depend on all the numbers from different health organizations and official state records. But, you know, sport-wise, I think we'll see it kind of really, we're kind of going to be in a lull all summer with all sports, specifically cheerleading.
I bet it needs to be small groups if they're allowing any sports stuff in the summer. Keep groups small is probably what.
Yeah, camps pretty much toast. A lot of camps might not even be up to the decision of UCA or of the teams attending. It comes down to the people that, you know, hold the space, whether it's a college campus or public place or, you know, a hotel. Some of those are closed, or some of those aren't going to be holding mass gatherings. So,
or even a gym, like an all-star gym or something, if they host something. Yeah.
So definitely a lot more question marks than definitive answers.
Definitely.
For the future of sports, for the future of cheerleading, kind of when we get back. But I don't believe it's a hold on for forever. It's just a temporary unknown, because I think most people are motivated to start sooner, but everyone is waiting out of an abundance of caution and safety, which is good, but it definitely adds a layer of fear into it for people, which is scary.
Yeah.
Since things are slow for the next couple months and cheerleading won't necessarily be happening.
And we can't cover all the events that we were going to cover.
Can't cover the events.
Bummer.
We can't discuss new skills and new developments like that. So we have a new little segment we're going to do. We're going to do the Mark Thru movie. So this is our Mark Thru movie. So we're going to start with the most iconic and most classic pop culture icon for cheerleading, and that is Bring It On. If you want to discuss with us and really sink in to the world of the Rancho Valley Toros and the East Compton Clovers, then
I'm ready.
Then give it a rewatch. I believe it's on Netflix still. Kirsten Dunst, Gabrielle Union.
I'm excited. That's my favorite.
We haven't watched it in a few years, so we'll definitely...
It'll be good to recap.
See how it aged, see how it stands up in pop culture, as well as stands up to cheerleading today. So we're going to kind of dive into different movies and TV shows that either featured or focused on cheerleading. So Fired Up is on our list. I'm going to try to figure out how we can watch Heroes and cover Hayden Panettiere's Save the Cheerleader, Save the World. Lots of cheerleading in pop culture. So this should be fun. So for next episode...
The one about Bring It On.
Yes, the one about Bring It On. It should be pretty fun.
Yeah. No, I'm excited. That's one of my favorites to watch. So, but it has been a long time. It'll be fun.
It's been so long since I've watched it.
Yeah.
All right, and then moving into our next segment. All right, so we have switched sides of the... Well, Lauren has switched sides so we can be on the same side. We are going to do one of the internet's favorite things. We are going to do a tier list. So I pulled up a childhood snacks tier list, and we are going to go through those and really rank our favorite snacks from childhood.
Oh my god, I'm so excited.
Yeah, there's some pretty good snacks in here. So once we are done with this, we are going to, of course, put our tier list up on social and, of course, on the YouTube video. But definitely want you guys to be able to enjoy our rankings. We want you guys to provide feedback. Do roast us if you believe our choices are
No, don't
incorrect.
roast us.
I will fight you to the death over my opinion on snacks. I am the snack plug.
You are the snack plug.
So
Oh my gosh, these look awesome. I'm so excited.
yeah, let's get it going. All right. Let's dive in. So we're just gonna go in order of what is on the screen. So starting out first, we have the Hubba Bubba Bubble Tape Gum.
So good.
So good. And I always just wanted to eat a whole roll at a time.
I think every kid did. Like, you wanted to see how much you could take in
And
at
then you
one
just-
time.
Oh,
Yeah.
just chewing a mouthful of gum. Super gross. All right, so where we can place these in a tier. So how Tier Maker works, it's kind of bizarro. So the top one is S, then we have A, then we have B, then we have C, and we have D. So I'm gonna put it smack in the middle. 'Cause
No way, that's an S for me.
what?
Yeah, I love Hubba Bubba
It
like
loses its
tape gum.
flavor so fast.
I think that's an S. I love Hubba Bubba gum.
All right, next, Teddy Grahams, but the honey flavors.
Ugh.
So the chocolate ones, fire.
Chocolate or chocolate chip.
Chocolate chip, fire. Cinnamon, fire. Honey is okay.
I just don't really love any Teddy Grahams.
We're gonna put it as C.
Yeah, I'm good with C.
All right, deal. All right, here's a champion in my book. Dunkaroo.
What kind of Dunkaroos?
Is
that the chocolate?
It's the one with the chocolate frosting.
Yeah, it's an S.
Oh yeah, that's an S. Let's get those laser sounds going.
Yeah, Dunkaroos are really good.
And then we have whales. So those look like goldfish.
I've
but
had whales.
They're in whale shapes.
They're pretty good. They're not as good as goldfish.
How would you say they're different? Are they lighter?
I feel like
heavier?
goldfish have like a good amount of salt, and like the whales are just kind of stale.
They just need more seasoning. More
Yeah,
flavor.
that's what I would say.
So you could say they're in the D range, less flavor than the Teddy Grahams.
Yeah,
Sorry, whales.
Yeah,
Maybe that's
sorry,
why you're not
whales.
at stores anymore. Add salt.
harsh.
This definitely was not a snack from childhood, but this snack definitely slaps. So this is the Dibs from Nestle. It's the Crunch ice cream balls.
Oh, those are ice cream?
The only time I've ever seen those is at movie theaters, specifically AMC
Totally.
theaters.
No, I didn't see those a lot.
So that's why I'm of the party that they do indeed slap, because snacking on those during a movie, ooh, A+.
Well, it was nice of your parents to let you get snacks during movies because mine didn't.
Allowance. Bought it with my
Allowance. Okay,
So-
where are you at with these Dibs?
I'm gonna go with B, because as an ice cream snack, you have to eat it right away, so they're gone before the trailers.
Yeah, I think they're just
So
okay.
it's slightly disappointing, delicious flavor. So this next one, we have a Capri Sun. I believe there's two Capri Suns and they're the same. I think that was a creator bloop.
Okay.
So we're gonna move to the next one. We have macaroni and cheese, the blue box,
You already know.
flames. Let's take that to the top.
Yeah.
Ooh. Lauren, tell us your thoughts on this next one.
On kids' cuisine?
I know when we pass the frozen section, a little bit of nostalgia reaches through the glass door. And
Yeah, I love kids' cuisine. That's top-notch, fast kid food. So S for me, dog.
we're sliding that in the A.
Why?
I know. Because if you cook it in the oven, it takes way too long.
Who the frick
And
cooks those in an oven? I want my food. I'm putting it in the microwave, and then you get the little melted brownie with it.
yeah, but have you had that melted brownie out of the oven when it's been...
Why would I put it in the oven? I'm a kid. I was making these as a kid. You put it in the microwave. It's the safest thing to use. What kind of a psychopath puts it in the oven? Whatever. Kids' cuisines had everything. You had chicken nuggets, you had mac and cheese, and you had a brownie. I don't see why that's not an S category.
And corn.
C? Why? It doesn't make sense.
I'll leave it at an A for now, but
Whatever.
I might be sleeping on the couch.
Yeah, go to the next one.
Fruit roll-ups. This is the strawberry flavor, but let's just talk about fruit roll-ups broadly.
Yeah. Let's ignore the strawberry because you are anti-strawberry everything, so that is not fair to the snack itself. So let's just talk about the snack of a fruit roll-up.
Fruit roll-ups.
Disgusting.
Very sweet, very sugary.
Very sticky on your teeth.
So sticky. And sometimes as a kid, when you would unroll it, you'd want to get it like the perfect sheet to like use the tear outs or the cutouts.
I was totally going to talk about the cutouts. Yes.
But on occasion, if your box of fruit roll-ups was too warm, or if your fruit roll-up got pressed in your backpack, it's game over.
I did eat them as a kid. I think now as an adult, I think they're gross.
Well, they kind of keep you in business with the cavity-giving stickiness.
You know it. I don't know. I think that's kind of like a B, C.
I'm going to go C.
Okay, I'm down with that.
Because I don't... There was never a time where I was like, yes, Mom, will you please get fruit roll-ups? Occasionally she would get them. They're on sale, coupons.
Yeah, same.
And they would end up as a snack in the cabinet. So I would eat them, but it wasn't necessarily what I would want or go after. Ooh. Up next, we have the Christmas tree cakes. So I believe this is Little Debbie, the frosted little Christmas tree cakes. Very seasonal. You can only get them November, December.
They're so gross.
To me, they're an S only on the first bite because they leave a sugary film all over your mouth. Oh, they're disgusting.
I don't even know how you can eat
So because of the film and Lauren's disdain, I'm going to put it at a B.
Okay, because I think they're so gross.
Not actually an S.
Yeah.
Gushers. Ooh, Gushers. Let's not talk about the snack for a minute. Think back to Gushers commercials as a kid. Weren't those
Did they
the
kind of
commercials?
go off of like a splat type of a...
I thought when you ate them, it turned the kid's head into the fruit shape.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah,
I thought you were going to say, I was thinking warheads.
Yeah, it was Gushers.
Oh my gosh. So we definitely had Gushers in the cabinets. I didn't hate them.
Hold on, there's a 16-minute video that I found on YouTube that's a compilation of all of Gushers commercials.
This is funny.
What?
Let's watch it. Not all 16 minutes, but... See, and they also never came out of the...
Yeah, the commercial shows
that.
them like dumping. You had to rip that bag open and pull them off. Like,
yeah, because it was one giant chunk. They all stuck together. That's funny. I totally remember these commercials. I wonder if any kids were like, I don't want those. My head will turn into a blueberry.
Like how many kids were disappointed?
Did he just sneeze?
I'm sorry, I've never seen this commercial before. So, as Gushers are known for their gushing ability, this commercial just showed two kids having Gushers after school. Their heads change. One of them has a sneeze. And he's like sneezing. And then he gushes his blue sneeze snot all over the room.
That's gross.
The room is disgusting.
Oh, that's funny. But you know what? You can redo your room after you sneeze your gushes all over the room. If you win their sweepstakes, obviously.
Oh, so gross. So Gushers, I feel like they're in the B range.
They're above fruit roll-ups for me, but they're not much higher because I just don't like sticky, sweet candies like that.
Okay. Pop-Tarts next. Strawberry Pop-Tarts being specific.
Pop-Tarts, S. Strawberry Pop-Tarts, A. If that was s'mores, that'd be an S for me.
Absolutely. If it was cinnamon, it'd be an S for you. If
yeah,
it was
I love
cinnamon,
brown.
it would be a D for me.
Brown cinnamon sugar is the best. Write it down.
Tastes like sand. Write it down. Next, we have from Kellogg's their cereal straws. I believe it's the Fruit Loops brand. So I never had these as a child.
I think we bought them like once. They were expensive and it was like unnecessary.
I mean, if you want to drink that sugary milk, just tilt that bowl back. Why do you need like a wafer straw that's going to last for 12 seconds?
And clearly didn't make it on the market very long. I don't think they are. We'll have to look at the grocery store and see if they still have those.
Look.
I say like a C.
Yeah, I mean, I gotta go D. That's not a snack. That's like an accessory.
Okay.
An eatable accessory.
I won't fight you.
Okay.
What are
here we
those?
go. Dino Nuggets. C at the top. C at the top. S stands for C at the top, apparently.
Yes. Oh my gosh, I love Dino Nuggets. Like, to this day, we still always get them from Costco.
Crispy. So good.
I want chicken nuggets for lunch now. Can we do that?
Yeah, probably.
Okay, cool.
Oh
my god, I love chicken nuggets.
Next, these are not chicken nuggets.
Sorry.
This is the Danimals yogurt smoothie drinks.
Okay, before we get into the Danimals, you hate yogurt.
Correct.
Did you ever have these? Did you try them?
I think I tried them. I think my siblings all enjoy yogurt, so yogurt was always around.
They do enjoy yogurt. That's a good point.
I've tried it. I just, it smells gross.
Does your mom like yogurt?
I don't believe so.
Oh, that's probably why.
Yeah.
Danimals. C.
Is it weird that they made it like more watery so you could drink it as a yogurt?
C.
Oh, sorry. As a yogurt eater? Is it like...
I think it's just for kids.
Yeah. Then we have the Scooby-Doo graham cracker snack sticks. So these were the...
Oh my god, like actual dog treats.
They look like dog treats. They're little tiny graham cracker sticks covered in cinnamon. They were pretty good if you like, the Teddy Graham cinnamon. If you like graham crackers, I think they're perfect for toddlers. Grippable. But
That's so much sugar for a toddler.
all of these are so much sugar for any kid, toddler, grown adult. It's all sugar.
I don't know that I ever reached for those.
Let's put them as C.
Okay.
C's kind of we don't want them.
We don't have an opinion.
But we will enjoy them.
Ish.
If given them.
Yeah.
Kind of. So up next we have the Lunchables Pizza. So it shows the chicken pizza, which is an abomination to pizza in general.
Are you joking? Ew.
But let's just talk about Lunchables. So regardless of if that's turkey and American.
Can we pretend it's a extra cheesy pizza?
We can pretend it's extra cheesy pizza, because where does that go, Lauren?
S.
To the top.
No, I love pizza Lunchables. They're so good.
So now if we were judging this on chicken pizza, it would definitely be D. It would be off the screen in the trash.
I've never even seen a chicken pizza Lunchable. Have you?
I've never seen it. I've seen the chicken nuggets. I've seen the nachos.
That can't be good.
Can I get on a soapbox real quick about Lunchables?
Absolutely.
So if you are someone like me who enjoys the Cracker Stacker Lunchables, so they have the bologna and American, turkey and American.
Delish.
I believe there's a ham and cheese. I can't remember if it's cheddar or American.
I think it's ham and cheddar.
And then they have a turkey and cheddar. So they have all of those. And they also have a pepperoni and mozzarella one, if you're like the Italian pizza
that one's good
variety.
too.
Connoisseur of snacks over here. All of those come with cookies except for one.
Which one?
The turkey and cheddar. And that's my favorite one. And it is outrageous that Oscar Mayer skimps the two cookies. You can get Chips Ahoy or Oreos.
Oh,
or
the
some
Chips
of those.
Ahoy out of Lunchables are so good.
But you get the turkey and cheddar one, no cookie.
I wonder why.
I think also the pepperoni one. I think they're like, only adults eat this. Adults don't need cookies. Well, guess what? Adult checking in wants cookies.
Weird. I didn't know that.
Yeah, off my soapbox. Okay.
Are those the barrel drinks?
They are. It says Hug Fruit Barrels.
Shoot them up. Those are so good. Oh my god! After a hot day at the pool, and you come home, you crack one of those bad boys open.
The foil lid off.
Pull that foil off, and you can't do it yourself because you're a kid. For whatever reason, you can't open those at all. But they are so good. Why didn't I ever try to freeze those? Is the question.
I just remember.
Like a giant popsicle.
It was like so sugary, it like hurt my teeth.
Oh, I loved those.
And like even the thing on it says 75% less sugar. Like, how'd you take out 75% of the sugar? And I'm like, it still hurt my teeth.
75% less. How much was in there? Like, that's insane. That's insane.
Everyone from our generation is going to grow up and die early because of all the sugar.
I just saw the next snack.
Yes, so the next snack is the
Those are the potato smiles.
Potato Smiles, yes. I don't even know what brand these are, but they are very recognizable.
Coming to you in every lunchroom in the 90s, potato smiles.
Potato
I can't
Smiles.
remember what. So, like, at school, we had, like, the month calendar of what we were having for lunches.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what they called those. Maybe the Smileys?
Yeah, something like that. I'm not sure either.
Potato smile. Tater. Ooh, I think they called them, like, tater smiles or something like that.
I'll put that on A.
S. Nope.
You
Bump
want-
it.
They're not seasoned well.
You can't
though.
have mac and cheese nuggets and not have the potato smiles.
Yeah, we need more carbs in the S category.
S, put it up. I can do. Yeah, no, yeah. Yeah. Keep it there. It's so good. They're so good.
All right. Give me a little ketchup. I'll be fine.
Like, I'm passionate about those, and they just, like, fall apart in your mouth. They're so good. They're so good.
All right, up next.
Trash.
Wrong. We have the Animals Frosted Cookies with the sprinkles. These are absolute flames when they are fresh and you've only eaten one.
I disagree.
Also, another snack where after the first bite, your mouth instantly gets covered in a film of sugar and you don't want to eat anymore.
Your teeth are instantly, each of your teeth are wearing their own individual sugar sweater.
Yes, a cavity cap.
Yes.
So those are good, but also like the fruit roll-ups, slightly warm, slightly compacted. Game over. Snack is ruined.
Yeah.
You're gonna dip your hand in just a slimy bag of frosting.
I've never liked those. I like animal crackers. I love animal crackers, but I don't like so these are the Foley frosted ones, right? With the sprinkles.
Yep.
There is a kind of animal cracker where they only frosted one side.
Yes, they just gave it like a little bit of like dry frosting.
I would put that way higher than these. It's just too much. Like, if it was just one side, a quick dry frosting, those are like a yogurt dipped coating, if you will. It's too much. I don't like it. I would put it in D.
It's a lot. So they're pretty good, but they have too many flaws. So they don't stay at the top.
Okay.
I stayed more towards the bottom in the C range. Fruit by the foot. Up next, 36 inches of fruit leather for your gullet.
I think they're better than fruit roll-ups.
And I'd say they're better than Gushers.
I would too. Yeah.
So we're going to put that in the A.
Yeah, those are
I
good.
almost bought a box of them the other day just so we could do the
that
TikTok,
TikTok? I saw that
of
TikTok.
the challenge. But as a kid, inner fat kid admission, I used to connect these. I'd like open 2 of them or 3 of them.
You're the weirdest
And
child.
have like 6 or 9 feet and then just like carry it around like a bag of rope or something and just eat a ton of fruit leather. You
What is
wonder why
wrong
my
with
teeth
you?
are bad.
Your teeth aren't bad.
All right, up next we have another Scooby-Doo product. Shout out to the Scooby-Doo brand for getting so much licensing.
No kidding.
These are the fruit snacks with Scooby-Doo.
Those are way better than the like dog treats. So I'm like a B because I don't love them as much as like fruit roll. I just don't love these kinds of
You
snacks
don't like
anyway.
sticky sweet. No.
Yeah, so A is a bit high for me.
I have to put them only on A because I would compare a classic fruit snack like that the same as a Fruit by the Foot, which are also above Gushers. So to me, we'd have to slide fruit roll-ups and Gushers down
Okay,
to compensate.
that's
so.
fair. That's, I guess, okay. I just do not like fruit snacks, period.
All right, so our second frozen item, well, I guess frozen treat, third frozen
yes.
item on the list, the Push-Up Pop, also known as a Flintstones Push Pop.
Oh, the Flintstones ones were good.
Just nice, like creamy, sweet sherbet, frozen.
It's like orange. It was so good.
Frozen in a cardboard tube with a little plastic stick under it. Man,
so good.
I'm ready for a hot summer day. I'm gonna buy one of those at the gas station.
And it's going to be 85 on Monday, so.
We're gonna get those at the gas station.
Yeah. I'm a big fan. I don't know that I've had push-ups specifically in the ice cream. I've obviously had the little candy, because that's what that's from, is those little like push-up candies.
I thought this was the ice cream.
It is the ice cream. Okay, so push-up pops, like the Flintstones.
Orange sherbet. Oh yeah.
I say S. That's an S for me, dog. Those are so good.
See you at the top.
Oh, you did the thing. Move that over.
Oh, I did. I need to shuffle it.
Thank you.
All right. Second to last, we have
Goldfish. Yum. Okay, so those are just
light baked.
Those are the original.
Yeah.
If they were the like flavor blasted.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you'd put the flavor blast at the top.
Yeah, but just goldfish, solid snack. Love it anytime.
Mm-hmm.
Though I survived college because I had like the Mondo box in my car at all times.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I say that's an A.
I say that's an A too. Yeah,
That's a good snack for sure.
And then our last one. It looks like two on the screen. They're the same. So we have our Capri Sun. It's the showing the fruit punch variety. I'm a big fan of the wild cherry.
I just like all of them. I think they all taste the same.
Even the Pacific Cooler.
That one's good.
That one was very good tropical flavor.
But for the most part, they really all taste the same to me. Like if I'm grabbing a Capri Sun, I don't really care what flavor it is.
Yeah, so I'm putting that up in the S. Those were so good.
So good. I agree.
And what was always so weird to me as a kid drinking those, no matter the flavor, they were all clear.
Yeah, I guess so, huh?
And like, you know, with those barrels and other drinks as a kid,
color.
Drinks are very much associated with color. Orange drink, purple soda drink, you know, different things like that. Mountain Dew.
They were light
Red.
enough too. Like I don't feel like I drank those and I ever was like, my mouth. Like those were actually refreshing.
Yeah.
So
for sure.
Big fan of those. Capri Sun, definitely where it's at. If there was another one, because we're kind of health conscious, the Kids Honest
Juice
is
that'd be an S plus for us.
S++. That is so good.
Juice.
It's real juice. It's not sugary.
So we are going to screen cap this, and we will be sure to share our snack opinions with you guys.
We're gonna get roasted.
I hope you choose to share your opinions with us. It should be quite delicious to talk about.
I am gonna go make some chicken nuggets for us now.
And get some Dunkaroos and some mac and cheese and some smile potatoes.
Do you think we can find those smiley potatoes?
They sell them at our grocery store.
I swear only lunch ladies have those.
I saw them last week.
Sweet, let's go get some.
All right, y'all. Episode QuaranTEN. That's a wrap. Don't forget to watch Bring It On for episode 11.
Yeah, let's go through that together.
As we recap some cheer and popular culture. And everyone out there, stay safe, stay healthy, stay sane. I know it's tough staying inside, not doing your cheer, not doing your normal activities. Call a friend, call a teammate. It really helps.
Play Zoom roulette and just send a link to anybody you know and just see who hops on. Have fun.
Come hang out.
Yeah.
Come hang out on the Zoom. Look for a Zoom text from us, maybe. Who knows? All right, y'all. That's a wrap. Episode 10.
You ready for this? Who live is us? Who lit is this? Who real is us? We too legit. We are M-A-R-K-T-H-R-U. Mark Thru Podcast. Listen and learn. Watch and observe. Challenging us. They got some nerve. He great. You mad? Don't hate. Get to it. Don't wait. We do not hesitate. We doing what it takes. What we do. Mark Thru.